personal news wise, what did I do last night? What did I do? I did absolutely nothing. Okay. I ended the broadcast and this is my new house. I bought another one. I ended the broadcast. I packed my stuff up and there was a Hotties for Harris party that was happening. There was a Congressional Black Caucus celebration for Black Women in Leadership party happening that Ryan wanted me to go to real bad. There was a J.B. Pritzker party where John Legend was playing at some place called Salt. And you know what I did? I went back to my hotel room. I tried to put as much protein in my body as I physically can in the shortest period of time possible. And I passed out with like protein cheese puffs on my chest. That's what I did last night because I'm 33 years old and oh my God, I am not cut out for like, multiple days of DNC, multiple days of like nonstop streaming, running around, setting up, breaking down, and then partying at night. I do not know how the hell these people here actually are capable of just like running around the entire day and then going out to party at night. I genuinely don't know. I don't understand it. I don't know what it is. Anyway, but wait, partying at night, do tell. Yeah, I fucking partied. I partied with cheese puffs, protein cheese puffs. Okay. That's what I partied with. I was like tearing up as I was drinking a sip of Core Power Elite Chocolate Protein Shake, 42 grams of protein, as it touched my body, touched the inside of my body. I felt elated. I felt like, finally, this is what it's supposed to feel like. I was talking to some friends about this, actually, because this has been a pretty successful outing so far in terms of content. Obviously, the DNC folks have been very helpful to the best of their abilities, and it's like, it's a hectic situation here, and it's like really hard to describe what I do to people so that we can get like the appropriate amount of needs that we have. And there's a lot of moving parts here, obviously, and I don't have like a stable setup, as you guys can see, because yesterday I was in a different situation. Now I'm in a different area in the different area in the conference hall, in the convention hall. March, I'm gonna need to put the headsets on now, because not only am I a political commentator, I'm also like an influencer as well, right? Are you sharing this area with other creators? Not with other creators. I'm sharing this area with Elizabeth Warren and many other people. Like this is literally the balcony of the studio that I was in yesterday when I was interviewing Ro Khanna, if you remember. Those studios are like closed boxes. And then outside of the studio is a balcony that directly is in the middle of the convention center. And we have a time frame here. We're going to be here from like 1 to 4 p.m. So we have the next 3.5 hours together in here. And then after that, we're going to swap it over to a roaming camera. And then tomorrow, I think I'm probably going to be here as well. I asked, we could potentially have a little bit of an interview with Elizabeth Warren as well. Are you actually kidding me? Why would I be kidding you? Bro, we're at the DNC. I'm working on interviews with Sean Fain, Greg Cesar, and also AOC. The one that's confirmed so far with a hard time is Greg Cesar. That's going to be a walk and talk one. I also want to have Mehdi Hassan on here if we can get him up here to do a quick interview as well. So, in terms of Bernard Sanders, I would love to talk to him. I don't even know how to reach out to his people. I don't know who's on his team. I don't know who I could ask to ask his team. Maybe I could ask Ryan to see if he'd be down. Oh, Ryan is going to do it too. Ryan might come up in the walk and talk section as well. Do we have 2 lavs or do we have 3? Do we only have 2 lavs? Shit. Okay. Message Bernie on Twitch. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna send him a quick Twitch message. You know he's on top of that. Yeah, Bernie runs his own account. Anyway, but that's it. Personal news wise, I woke up. I as I was saying, I felt like despite the fact that Mike Casca does Bernie too. I'm texting him right now about AOC. I think he's doing AOC. Let me actually text. I'm in the group chat with him right now. I just texted him. Later tonight, you already know I'm going to be doing the Chapo Trap House TrueAnon collaborative podcast. So that's where I'm going to be. So I'm going to be ending it a little bit earlier tonight. Okay. I'm going to be ending it a little bit earlier today than other days. But then tomorrow, obviously, I'm going to do a full blown one. So yeah, didn't you just say you have a way to talk to him? I do have ways to talk to Bernie, but get Tim Walz on. I would love to, but I don't think I'll be able to get Tim Walz on. These guys are the bells of the ball, okay? Like, so we're not, the law for Roe yesterday was really quiet or off for your information. Oh, okay, he had it too far down. Okay, we'll place it in a better spot this time. Let me know if they won't let you talk to Bernie. I can involve myself if needed, says the strategic turtle. Why are you saying it like that? You made it seem like... I can't tell if that's like a staffer for Bernie or if that's just a person who's just gonna, he's gonna get involved, okay? I don't know what that means, man. You're being way too nice. They did lump you in with food TikTokers. If they wanted to highlight you as a serious dissenter, they would have, but it's easier just to pat you on the head as an influencer. I mean, I don't really care. I'm just excited about the mention. You know what I mean? I don't care, honestly. Like, who cares, bro? Okay, they're saying I'm a food TikToker. Who cares? Fuck it. If at the end of the day you're gonna have some like Midwestern moms tuning in because they heard this coverage and they were like, let me check this guy out, and then they're gonna see me do lifestyle influencer content because that's what I do. Okay. And then they're going to be shocked when they find out that that's not what I do, but it's fine. Your goat's hanging out. Oh my God. Wait, this is definitely edited, right? Yeah, they're going to be like, this guy's always eating on stream when I tune in exactly at 3 p.m. So he must be like a food eater. He must be an eater. He's a mukbang. He's one of those mukbang streamers. You know what I mean? Anyway, folks. Yeah, I saw Ilhan Omar was speaking outside. We'll talk about that as well. Rokana posted great talking about Hassan Nahan at the DNC about a progressive vision for our country. What is this? Bro, what the fuck? He looks the same. Wearing Kamala Merchant attended the DNC to own the libs. Yeah, he's just doing like a am I racist shit. Not looking good for negotiations. Sources say deal unlikely. Hamas looking to Hezbollah to increase pressure on Israel. Yeah, no shit, dude. U.S. criticizes Israeli Prime Minister's maximalist ceasefire stance. Oh no, that's crazy. That's the one thing I noticed is that I personally like like back in the day when we used to go to protests, we just see like, people my age. Now, people my age are bringing their dads and their moms. Like, they're bringing their parents to the protests. Like, there was a bunch of people I talked to that were like, yeah, I put my mom and dad on your broadcast. Like, they watch it all the time. You know what I mean? Like, this is fun for the whole family. Those two moms in the hallway loved you. I know, that was very cute. They were very cute. Someone said this is like very Veep style. Big Veep energy. Let's see this.
Oh, no, come on. It's hard. It's going to be hard to make you guys look bad anyway. Come on now.
All right. Awesome. Thank
you like
you
that?
so much.
No problem.
All right.
Have a great night. I do play ball, yes. Do you?
I do, yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. You got a ball up.
I got a kid that's in college.
On Democracy Now? Are you crazy?
You gave me your number.
What? Yeah, I got your number. I'll text you back. Yeah, of course, I'd love to come on the show. That's crazy.
I'll be one of the first ones to reach out to you.
Okay, hell yeah. All right. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a good one. Yeah. I wanted to say to those ladies, you betcha, so bad.
You're wonderful.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Bernie's on. Fuck, we gotta run. Fucking missing Bernie. Okay, run. Run.
Power walking. Power walking.
Shit.
That's awesome. That's fire, dude. God damn. My mom watches your stream on mute and alone in a room. Not sure why she's so secretive about it. Okay, chill. Okay. So I feel like social media influencers taking a prominent stage at the DNC is like a much larger deal by the media that also kind of feel like they're being forced out of the conversation a little bit. It doesn't bode well for my kind of coverage, even though, you know, I have a somewhat of an antagonistic relationship with outlets in general. I am hypercritical of them, but I also do give them big props every time I talk to them, whether it be talking to CNN yesterday when I was having a convo with Donnie about the importance of mainstream outlets doing great journalism, how I have a lot of friends that are investigative reporters in these mainstream outlets doing great journalism. You know what I mean? Like this is a symbiotic relationship. It wouldn't work without the other side. So I do hope that they don't consider me to be someone who is just like participating in the in the new wave that is like basically out competing mainstream media. I don't think we are. That's why they don't like TikTok and Twitch. Yeah, I mean, I like I said, I am. Donnie is my cousin. Wait, really? Yeah, Ed Markey tweeted this as well. This was beautiful. His team is aware of who I am, obviously. When I hosted my first Twitch stream, Hasan the Hunt surprised me by tuning in. Today I got to surprise him at the DNC. Thanks for having me. Let's do it again. Then there is the New York Times. 89% of swing states voters want to increase the minimum wage. 84% want to expand Medicare to vision, dental, and hearing. 84 want the wealthy to start paying their fair share in taxes. This is how the New York Times covered Bernie Sanders' speech on those policies. Just blatantly inaccurate. Okay? In short, Sanders did on Tuesday night what his fellow progressive AOC chose not to do in her convention speech on Monday night. Make policy proposals to put Harris in a big government vise, binding or pushing her in a direction that a lot of moderates do not want to go. Harris needs some of those swing state moderates if she's going to win the presidency. Dude, these guys have one speed. The New York Times cannot stop itself from manufacturing consent for this supposed moderate that is absolutely not going to vote for the Democratic Party because the Democratic Party is too radical, you know? Too radical. Harris needs some of those swing state moderates if she's going to win the presidency, but the electoral math didn't seem to be on Sanders' mind. Rather, the moment was a reminder about Bernie. If you give him a speaking slot, he'll play it to the hilt and take it to the limit. That is crazy. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. This is why I say there is obviously so much there's so much bias presented in this kind of like neutral tone within regular mainstream reporting. Like I consider this to be a disservice to the public. This is the type of stuff that I'm talking about when I say this is like somewhat of a disservice to the public to like make it seem like there's this broad consensus among moderates that this is like the one thing that they represent like a major constituency that cannot be reasoned with. You know what I mean? Even Newt Gingrich thinks his old antagonist is the Democrats' best hope to connect with working class voters. Chicago, it's time to take the big dog off the porch and let him run. Bill Clinton should return to the campaign trail this fall. Bro, he's like 8,500 years old, okay? I don't know what he looks like lately, but he hasn't been looking too great last couple of times I've seen him on camera. So I don't know what they're trying to say here, but anyway. He's younger than Trump and Biden. Yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Waltz is doing great and the attacks don't seem to be sticking, but how did this not come up in vetting? Tim Walsh drinks Diet Mountain Dew. 11% preference effect. Why? Yo, Diet Mountain Dew is the shit. Yo, people are crazy. Speaking of the New York Times, they're going crazy with the fucking fact checks. Here it is again. This one is absolutely inexcusable. The New York Times will generally be doing the worst fact-checking job this week and are not only because the Washington Post is doing an even worse job. Take it from an actual billionaire. Trump is rich in only one thing, stupidity. This lacks evidence. They're joking, right? I think look, I don't care about the palace intrigue aspect of this as much, but I do feel as though maybe some of the journalists are like resentful with how much the DNC has offered some space that normally would be allocated to them, to like influencers. And I feel like they're being awfully contentious in a way where it's not like serious adversarial journalism, but just simply being contentious for the sake of being a contrarian. Okay? While Mr. Trump's exact net worth is unknown, Forbes and Bloomberg estimate that he is currently a billionaire. A judge ruled in February in a civil fraud case brought by New York Attorney General that Mr. Trump had inflated his net worth, and Mr. Trump has long exaggerated his wealth by falsely claiming to be a self-made billionaire. Here's another fact check. Donald Trump and J.D. Vance want to dismantle our healthcare system. Oh, we saw that already. This is exaggerated. This is exaggerated. I worry that they're being a little petty. These journals are actually jelly because the only time they read their articles is by watching you read them. Yeah. There was an NPR piece this morning that featured you. Yeah, I know. They said I was they said I was not contentious to the Democratic Party, or co-opted by the Dems. And I asked silly questions like, "What food would you be when given the opportunity to talk to a sitting Congressperson?" Yeah, RFK is reportedly dropping out this week to, as I told you, dropping out this week to swap and endorse Biden. I mean, not Biden, endorse Trump. And the reason why he's doing that is because Trump is probably going to offer him, because because Donald Trump is currently in panic mode. He probably ended up reconsidering the decision that he had made prior with respect to RFK not getting a. Yeah, I called this happening already. I said this would inevitably happen, and we are now there. It is happening. Okay? Obama's claim about Trump's penis size. Obama's claim lacks evidence, though he has been focusing on crowd size. The implication that this affects the overall length of his member. What is the leading report, dude? What the fuck? Via the Benny Show pod? Dude, I don't know if I trust this, okay? This is where I say, always, I trust verified sources, like mainstream sources, and not the Benny Show pod, okay? Breaking, Donald Trump Jr. just endorsed the idea of Robert F. Kennedy Jr. joining the Trump administration as potential CIA director. Yeah, that's just Donald Trump Jr. talking on the Benny Show pod. Donald Trump Jr. has made a lot of fucking silly mistakes in this campaign for Donald Trump so far. And, like, I don't know if he's actually going to get the CIA director slot, but I can tell you that he probably will get some kind of, like, he'll get some kind of, he'll extract some kind of, like, position appointment in the Trump administration, specifically to get to give his endorsement to Donald Trump, because all of those swing state polls currently show RFK eating away at Trump's base more than he eats away at the Democratic Party's base. So, you know, that's just the situation. He's going to put him on an FDA or some shit. He's going to make him the vaccine inspector. Isn't that an illegal quid pro quo? What? No, that you can do that. What? That literally is the entire primary process. Half the people that run for primary, half the people that run to the primaries are either trying to write a book later down the line or get a prominent cabinet position. So they just like run against whoever is going to be the president inevitably. That's normal. That's not how that works. That's just like a normal part of the process. Like, remember in the primaries when everyone in the Democratic Party dropped out because they were terrified of Bernie Sanders' momentum and endorsed Joe Biden? And then a lot of those people did get positions like Mayor Pete, Transport Secretary Mayor Pete. Kamala Harris is the vice president, now running as the president. This is the same desperation. This is the same desperation that Trump is exhibiting, that the Republican organs of propaganda are also repeating. They all see the writing on the wall. They see the polls. They see the momentum in the DNC coming out of the DNC, and that puts a little bit of fear in their hearts. Donald Trump's campaign obviously is hemorrhaging funds directly to the legal, directly to all of his legal battles. So therefore, they don't have all of the hundreds of millions of dollars that they can potentially utilize in key states. Most of their efforts are now focused on, I believe, Georgia, North Carolina, and more importantly, Pennsylvania. And they're also, they noticed that like the momentum changed dramatically in the direction of the Harris-Walz ticket as soon as the swap out happened. So now what remains of their funds, they're dumping $100 million specifically into Pennsylvania so they can try to counter message against Walz and Harris because there's obviously a lot of media coverage on what's going on. Let's get to the social media influencers' take on the DNC.
For the first time ever, the DNC has given credentials, usually reserved for traditional press, to social media personalities.
Well, I'm a content creator. I make videos on TikTok in Spanish for the Latino immigrant community here in the United States. I do my content in Spanish, but I talk about politics, social issues, and all that.
Carlos Eduardo Espina has more than 10 million followers on TikTok.
Damn.
In another DNC first, he's taking center stage as a speaker.
I think nowadays, left and right are getting their information on social media. So it's important.
Bro, how come he's on the floor? I'm not on the floor. You know what I'm saying? I never got my ass on the floor. They haven't given me floor access yet. You know what I'm saying? There's other people who are popping. Maybe I should have had fucking the Hotties for Harris party was popping. Yeah, dude, I was taking my hot ass over to my hotel room to fucking fall asleep. It's because you're not lived up enough. No, I mean we had one floor pass. We just need two.
Important to have people like us here so we can take that message directly to the audience who might
You're gonna watch the women Dem governor panel in an hour? No.
not see the convention on television or on traditional news.
Though the convention is its typical star-studded affair, the DNC this year is hoping to connect with voters beyond the reach of traditional media.
Look, I am someone who absolutely loved Joe Biden, but I'm also a woman who is completely psyched for the idea of a Kamala Harris presidency.
This is influencer Lee McGowan.
So I started this project as a way to re-engage people with American politics because I think American politics is so exciting and so wonderful, and I know that we can make such a big difference.
Democrats are stepping up efforts to counter Donald Trump's social media machine and viral videos in what polls show could be an extremely close race between the two candidates.
Breaking gay news, we are here at the Democratic National Convention.
Josh Helfgott, an LGBTQ+ advocate, says he's grateful that Harris...
Bro, is this how I look like to the outside world when I'm doing my news commentary? Is this what it looks like, bro? I'm so fucking cooked.
Harris's team sees the value of creators.
It's about time. Creators are like a huge messenger in the news economy today. We share stories with the public just like news anchors do, and in many ways, indisputably, we reach more people.
For the first time ever, more than 200 content creators have been given credentials, like press credentials, to attend and cover the Democratic National Convention.
I'm gonna be honest, I do breaking gay news every day when I fucking flex my pits on the timeline. I don't have to say breaking gay news. I live it. You know what I mean? I'm breaking the gays every time I do that.
The move comes as Democrats continue to try and reach out to young voters. And while polling shows many 18 to 29-year-old voters are leaning in favor of the Democratic nominee, some are worried the enthusiasm behind
Oh, this is what I was doing, bro. This is what I saw. It's so funny how everyone is like locked in. They're listening to Obama. They're listening to Obama. I'm looking the exact opposite direction. Lock the fuck in, doing the damn thing. Okay. Doing the damn thing. Just turned around. Everyone thinks you're insane. No, I think like if there's one group of people who know what the fuck I'm doing there, it's literally the influencers. So they're aware of what the fuck I'm doing. I don't think the journalists fully understand what I'm doing unless they're my friends and they're like not oblivious to what I do. I don't have a solo room this time, but I'm in a different spot. I'm in a different spot this time, but but like it's a balcony. I'm in a wide open space. Directly in the fucking, directly in the middle of the convention hall, in the convention center.